Early morning, there's a message on my phone. It's my mother saying, darling, please come home. I fear the worst, but how could you leave us all behind? There's so much to say, but there's so little time. So how do I say goodbye? Someone who's been with me for my whole damn life. You gave me my name and the color of your eyes. I see your face when I look at mine. So how do I say goodbye when I couldn't? You always saw the best in me. Right or wrong, you were always on my side. But I'm scared of what life without you's like. And I saw the way she looked into your eyes. And I promise if you go, I will make sure she's alright. So how do I say goodbye? Someone who's been with me for my whole damn life. You gave me my name and the color of your eyes. I see your face when I look at mine. So how do I say goodbye? And there's no way you could ever let me down. Gonna steal some time and start again. You'll always be my closest friend. And someday we're gonna make it out. Just hold the light. Just hold the light high, high. So how do I say goodbye to someone who's been with me for my whole damn life? You gave me my name and the color of your eyes. I see your face when I look at mine. So how do I say goodbye? So how do I say goodbye?
Well, good afternoon, and thank you all for being here today. We have gathered here to honour and remember a man whose life meant so much to so many. John Joseph Podetti, or Pop as he was lovingly known. A loved husband, father, father-in-law, Pop, great Pop, brother, brother-in-law, uncle, friend, mate, and someone whose strength of spirit, quiet determination and generous heart left a lasting impact on those around him. I'd also like to take a moment to welcome those who are joining us through live stream. While some of the family and friends are unable to be physically present, their love and support are very much felt here with us. Though distance may keep us apart, we are united in spirit as we honour and celebrate this special life together. Today is a day of reflection, a time to share our grief, but also to celebrate a life that was well lived. Pop showed us all what it means to live with grace and perseverance. He was a man who worked hard, cared deeply, and lived quietly but meaningfully. And so, while we gather today in sorrow, we also gather in gratitude, grateful for the time we shared, the love he gave, the example he set, and the memories he leaves with us. In times like this, words often fall short. Grief can feel heavy and the absence left behind is real. But in our sadness, we can also hold on to the truth that Pop's life was a gift to his family, his friends, and to everyone who had the privilege of knowing him. Though he is no longer here with us in body, his presence lives on in the stories we share, in the values he instilled, in the quiet moments that remind us of him. He is there in the laughter of his children and in the lessons he taught. Grief is the price we pay for love, and the love Pop gave and received was deep and lasting. So it's okay to feel sorrow, to cry, to sit with the ache, but know that you are not alone. We are here together, leaning on one another, remembering Pop not just for how he died, but for how he lived, with kindness, with purpose, and with heart. I now invite Maria to come forward and share with us the eulogy.
Hello, I'm Maria, John's sister. John's son David has recalled and written some of his sentiments for his precious dad on behalf of his brothers and all of us. Although Dave can't be here today, he's with us in spirit and viewing on live stream. Today we farewell John, our beloved dad, devoted husband, adored Pop, great grandpop, loving son, brother, uncle and friend, at the age of 74 years. Giovanni, his name was, John Joseph Podetti, was born on the 26th of October in 1950 to Giuseppe Podetti, deceased, and Caterina Bonica, deceased, on the island Filicudi in Italy. John was the third son and brother to Steve, deceased, Mick, deceased, and myself, Maria. John lived in Italy until he was 3 years old. In 1953, life was very difficult on the island with no work, and there was lots of overcrowding. Like many other families, Giuseppe and Caterina decided to move to Australia to increase opportunities for their family. Our great-uncle Antonio and auntie Francesca Molino sponsored Giuseppe to move to Australia and offered loving and practical support to our family. They were like grandparents to us, allowing us to live in the granny flat behind their fruit shop in Guildford, New South Wales, for 6 years. Giuseppe and Caterina both worked hard and saved, and in 1959, our family moved to our home in Guildford, in Harold Street. Our dad, Giuseppe, used to take all of us children rabbit hunting. Our mum, Caterina, was the best cook, and she would make delicious meals, including soft, tender rabbit in ragu sauce. John would go on to enjoy rabbit hunting in his teens with his brothers, and also his good friends Walter, Victor, Ed and Bob. One night, John went out with his friends as a teen. He was in the back seat, a passenger in the car, when they were involved in a serious collision. It was to be a near-fatal injury for John. He suffered multiple injuries, including a collapsed lung. John was to suffer severe asthma for the rest of his life. John went to school with Steve and Mick at St Patrick's School at Granville, New South Wales. He left in year 10 and he worked with our mum Caterina at Ernest Hiller's suit factory. He was a cutter for a number of years there, and then he started working with Mally's fridge and washers. Around that time, he met Elizabeth Carrington. They had a short courtship and they were married on the 25th of August in 1973. John and Liz bought their new home and moved to Blacktown. John adopted Scott, Liz's son, and they had 4 more sons together: Joseph, Daniel, David and Adam. John and Liz and the family would visit their nonna Caterina and nonno Giuseppe every Sunday. John was a faithful son and was a wonderful support in all ways for his parents. The children always talked about the joy of arriving in anticipation of eating nonna's lovingly prepared meals. John and his brother Mick enjoyed a lifelong friendship. John and Liz decided to move with the family to Granville in Queensland to live near his brother Mick and his family in 1989. They loved living in Maryborough, and John and Liz's children married, had lots of grandchildren and great-grandchildren. David now remembers John, saying, "Our dad was a family man who loved and cherished Lizzie, our mum. They were a fairy tale couple, living life completely considerate of each other. Dad was a proud father to all of us 5 boys. He did everything to be involved in our lives and give us support when needed, ensuring we all felt loved and important to him." Joey, Scott and Dan were the first ones to give Dad the nickname Harry, from Dad's favourite TV show, Harry Butler. Nonna, Dad's mum, would say, "No Harry, Daddy or Johnny, no Harry." And that name stuck for years. A fond memory of Dad's parenting advice, which then was used in mine and my brother's parenting, was, mucking around, someone will get hurt. Growing up with 4 brothers was loads of fun, but Dad's patience was often tested. My brothers were always secretly competing to wind Dad up. Dad was always gentle and softly spoken, but once in a while you would see the boys giggling and running away from him, and Dad would chuckle to himself knowing he won for a moment and they would be out of his hair for a while. Dad, or Harry, was fond of living vicariously through our adventures and antics that we got up to. However, he would always take time to listen and advise us to make the right choices and consider the consequences. Our holidays were a yearly trip to New South Wales to see Nan and Pa, or Nonna and Pop, in New South Wales. When we could afford petrol, we would go to Harvey Bay for a swim and a fish off the jetty. Dad was a keen fisherman and he kept us interested by using a herring jig, and that made us believe that we were gifted fishermen, catching and releasing hundreds. Our household had very little spare money. However, Dad always had a last $5 for emergencies like bread and milk. Dad's grandchildren are now the receivers of his last $5. Dad loved his children, and just like us boys, he showed love and affection for his grandchildren and great-grandchildren. They were his little angels. Every Christmas they all were visited and each child got a monetary gift. In our family, there was no such thing as a step-children or adopted children. Dad treated all of his children equally, and by now his name had transitioned to Pop. Dad's life was turned upside down in 2004 and 2005 when he had to say goodbye to 3 of his closest friends. Mum's dad, Pa, passed away, followed by his best mate and brother, Uncle Mick, and only months later, the love of his life, his wife and best friend, Mum, Lizzie. Dad was broken-hearted and appeared to slip into a depression and barely left the house. All thanks to our brother Joey, Pop found purpose and joy in his life again. Pop and Joey began going to work on adventures in the bush to pick up sticks. They travelled thousands of kilometres, covering vast areas of thick bushland in the oldest and roughest looking vehicles. They travelled through North Queensland to Sydney and all the way to Victoria together many times. No modern day TV show bush mechanic had anything on Dad and Joe. Any breakdowns, they worked out how to make it go again. If not, they walked through the bush in the middle of nowhere while Joey was laughing and kept Pop entertained and distracted from how far they had to walk to get up to the highway and a lift home. Joey also introduced Pop to another passion, 8-ball pool at the Granny pub. Pop was a natural, and within months He was the new local pool shark. He joined the local 8-ball competition, and I had the pleasure of being there a few times, says Dave, winning the in a Premier winning team with my dad. In the Wide Bay, he went on to receive many trophies with standing ovations and genuine appreciation from the other competitors and friends. Pop went on to attend Murphy's, and he valued the great friendship he made with Bob and Dave, the publicans, and their patrons, who became Dad's many, many good friends. Apologies for not mentioning you by name. Pop played the Maryborough pool comps on Wednesday nights representing Murphy's. Pop never drank more than 2 beers and was the designated driver, giving lifts home to anyone who needed a ride. Pop also began to play Texas Hold'em poker, meeting new friends there. He was invited to play weekly in their home. Our shy old dad, who rarely left the house, was now happily living a fun, active, social life. Pop remained widowed for many years, but during this time he was excited that he had the pleasure to meet Serpa. They became close companions, enjoying each other's company, attending pool comps, outings, and watching Netflix movies. His friendship and love for Serpa would remain in his heart, where he made room next to the love he had for Mum. On the 23rd of May this year, our family suffered an unbearable loss when we had to say goodbye to John's treasured and loved grandson, Levi, who was Daniel and Diana's son. Dad's home always had an open door, making sure everyone felt welcome for a coffee, a yarn, a bed to stay for a night, a month, or even a year. I'm so thankful that all of you wonderful, loving people Dad called his friends and loved ones had the pleasure of getting to know and enjoy his companionship, love, laughter, and humour. Some comments on social media show a little more of our precious Pop's beautiful nature. Such a beautiful, caring man. You were loved by many. Edith. Heartbreaking. I'm going to miss our chats. You were truly a pure gentleman. Fly high, you beautiful angel, Paula. The kindest man I ever met. I hope you are with your beloved Liz, smiling and happy. Give my boy a hug from me and Daniel. You are already missed. Rest in peace, Poppy, Diana. Rest in peace to the most beautiful, down-to-earth, kind and loving man. You were the greatest Pop, great Pop. Dad, you're loved by many. Courtney. Rest in peace, my adopted dad. Thank you for all my hugs and having the patience to teach me how to play pool. Being there whenever I needed help with my munchkins, Claire. Thank you for all you have done for us. You were the best Pop and best person anyone could ask to be around. Dylan. You were so much like my dad, Uncle John, a strong and gentle, loving man who held love, patience and care for Auntie Liz. John's generous spirit touched many. His passing will leave a big gap in our lives, and we will miss our irreplaceable and cherished Pop. John had a quiet faith in Jesus. He knew that Jesus died and rose again for our salvation so we can have eternal life with him. John asked Jesus into his life, and this gives us comfort and peace at this sad time. Rest peacefully in God's arms, John. John, Harry, Pop or Dad, whatever you knew him as, he was the most beautiful man, husband, parent, friend, Pop anyone could wish for. Thank you for everything, your love, your wisdom, your guidance and quality time. Till we meet again, for now, goodbye, Dad. Love, David and Maria.
Thank you. I now have some tributes here from Joe and Crystal, and firstly from Joe. To all who had the pleasure of meeting Pop, Harry, my dad, I don't need to tell you what an awesome father, provider, teacher and good soul he was. Some of the greatest memories I have with him was after my mum passed away. I took him all over the country from the Tablelands to Victoria to help him heal. One of my favourite memories were when we were broken down in Coffs Harbour on one of our many adventures, and Dad thought it was absolutely great having a fancy motel and holiday while I was stressed trying to get the car up and running to make money. He then said, "What a shame we don't have a car to travel around Coffs Harbour in." That was just a small amount of Dad's humour, both funny and frustrating. Dad had a wicked sense of humour, always smiling and proud of his kids, grandkids and great-grandchildren. Grayson found his humour funny. Even when he was so sick in hospital, he was always so selfless and worried about everyone else. I personally couldn't ask for more of a teacher, mate and father. Thank you for the memories, Dad, Pop, Harry. You chose your 52nd wedding anniversary to be with Mum. Rest in peace, you will be sorely missed until we meet again. I love you forever. Love, Joe. And now from Crystal. To my beautiful father-in-law, you are more than just a father-in-law. You were a role model, a loving and caring man and the greatest pop to our children. When I joined your family, you took me in and really made me a part of it. I was so grateful to be a part of your life. I'm grateful for all the lessons you taught me, even if it was the arguments we had on the veranda over coffee. You always led by example. Thank you for everything you gave, your love that kept us all together as a family. You touched the lives of everyone around you with your caring nature and selflessness. You will always hold a special place in my heart. Thank you for being the best father-in-law and accepting me into your family. Rest in peace, John. Love, Crystal. And now we'll hear from some of the grandchildren. I think we've got Kiralee, Caitlin, Ariana, and Shani. I'll read yours.
Today we remember someone who had the ability to light up any room with his smile, my beautiful Poppy. Everyone might have heard my Pop being called Harry at one time or another. Well, while we were at the hospital, the nurse was coming to give him his medication. She asked him what his name and date of birth was. He responded, John Joseph Podetti. I was thinking in my head, oh no, Pop's so confused. He's forgotten his own name. I then responded, that's not your name, it's John Harry Podetti. He laughed harder than I have ever seen him, and he said, no, Kiralee, you silly girl. That's just what your dad called me. Pop thought it was absolutely hilarious. He always found joy in every situation, even in the final days. He kept telling Grayson dying jokes every time we visited, which isn't so funny now, Pop. When I think about all the memories I shared with my Pop, I think about the times he always cared for me. No matter if it was the Nutella he added to his shopping list so we could have the sandwich we enjoyed, or every Christmas he was at our door at 6 a.m. to be with us while we opened our presents with his camera, ready to snap photos even when we weren't ready. Or when he taught me how to drive, no matter when, no matter where, he always showed up. When I asked my kids to describe their big grandpa, they described the words, funny, cheeky and kind. This is exactly what my Pop was. In the final 3 weeks of his life, I got to care for him how he always cared for me. It was the greatest privilege of my life. The last time I seen him was on Wednesday. When I got there, he said to me, how do you always find me in these big places? I responded, I'll find you anywhere you go, Poppy, and I'll continue to find you anywhere you go after this. In every gust of wind, every sunset, and in every night sky. God saw you getting tired, and a cure was not to be. So he put his arms around you and whispered, come to me. Though our hearts are broken and you took a piece of mine with you, We know you're at peace now, in God's care, and I bet Nana was waiting at those gates in heaven. Thank you, Poppy, for everything, for the love you gave, the memories we shared, and the man you were to everyone. May you rest in peace, Poppy. I love you forever and always.
To my beautiful Poppy, you weren't just a pop. You were my favourite knock at the door, the cuddle that could heal a broken soul, and a kiss that made you feel unconditional love. You were the pop that would always show up, make the darkest jokes in the most serious moments, be the light on the darkest days, and love you no matter how many mistakes you made. Some sweet memories we shared was you teaching me how to play chess, playing pool even when you'd rub in that you were the best. Watching you play poker, even if I had to be the bartender and the deso driver. Oh, Poppy, but the best thing was that you taught me to drive. We would argue because you would say, stop, before I even reached the line. Tell me that I'm going too fast, but let's be real, I think I scared the shit out of you. The memories will always play, and so much reminds me of you, but even though I don't know how to express how much I miss you, I will find you always. I hope you and Nanny are running amok up there and aren't giving too much cheek. I love you in this lifetime and every other. I can't wait till we meet again. I love you, Poppy.
We're here today with heavy hearts to remember Poppy, a man who was so much more to me than just a grandfather. He was my best friend, the one I always looked up to. Poppy had a special way of making you feel important and seen. Poppy never failed to make me feel like I was worth the world. When Poppy loved, he loved hard. He didn't care about your past. He was just there, ready to listen and to lift you up. His love was an inspiring part of our lives. My favourite memory with Poppy was when I was at his putting Snapchat filters on him. When there was a balaclava, I told him, put his finger up, and he said, Ari, what does this mean? I said, it means you're a gangster, Poppy. He then asks, what's a gangster? I said, like Brody, Marley, Dylan and Levi. He then realised what I was saying and laughed. I love you and miss you so much, Poppy.
And from Shani Lee. Hi everyone, my name is Shani, one of many grandchildren of Poppy's. As we grieve through this rough time and our hearts are broken, I wanted to share some of my favourite memories with my beloved Poppy. Pop's door was always open with love and compassion, no matter the situation. He never judged. Pop had the most contagious smile, the kindest soul, and the biggest heart that would always light up the room when it felt dark. Pop, you weren't just a pop to me. You were my best friend, my favourite person to come see when Dad went around to your house. I would follow along with them. The memories I have with you, I will always hold close to my heart. The mornings when we would sit on your porch with our wheat bix and peaches every morning before school, to every Christmas morning when you would come around with your camera ready, with our bed hair on, and you would turn around and say, Shani, smile. I'm glad you had it, but bloody hell, Poppy, some of those photos on there are shocking, I bet. When I told you I finally got my licence and you took me driving for the first couple of times and you would argue with me about the road rules, you would tell me, are you bloody listening to me? Are you trying to give me a heart attack? I promise you I wasn't. I think you just didn't read them, Pop. Pop, you know your lemon tree. I can no longer get in trouble for taking them. I know you're no longer here physically with us anymore, but I know you will definitely be my guardian angel watching over us all. I wish I had more time with you, but God needed you more up there. I know you wouldn't want us to sit around and be sad. Instead, you'll want us to keep doing what we're doing, and remember the good and joyful times we all had with you. I could sit here for hours talking about you, but I will catch you up when my time comes around. I love you forever and always, Pop. You will always hold a special place in my heart. This isn't a goodbye. It's a see you later. Lots of love, Shani and Ryder. An opportunity is now available if anybody else wanted to share in a tribute.
Okay. To Pop's family, friends and fellow mongrels, we're here today with heavy hearts saying goodbye to an amazing man. My name is Teresa and this is Chrissy, moral support today. And for those who don't know me, I'm the current captain of the Murphy's Mongrels. Pop's Wednesday night appointment. I met Pop when I first joined the Murphy's Mongrels a few years ago now. I was very green and needed a lot of work to be considered a pool player. But Pop, he immediately took me under his wing. He was more than just a teammate. He was my doubles partner for a few years, my Mr. Miyagi, if you will, always passing on his knowledge and forever believing in me, even when I doubted myself. And our mongrel team became family. Walking into Murphy's and continuing not to see him there in his spot has been and will continue to be incredibly tough, not just for me, but for everyone at Murphy's. He was the first hug of my pool night on either Wednesday or Friday. Also a constant source of warmth and advice. Pop had this unique way of making everybody feel valued, and his absence leaves a void that can never truly be filled. This is reflected by all the messages from the association members and conversations we've shared with each other about Pop. Repeatedly hearing about Pop's wonderful character, his willingness for a chat, and of course, his absolute love for the game. It really shows me how loved and respected he is in our little community, and I know we're not alone in those feelings. I know we're not alone in those feelings just by the presence of everyone here today. Pop's spirit, his laughter and cheekiness, that's what we'll carry forward. He taught me the importance of loyalty, the strength of partnership, and the simple joy of a shared moment. So let's not just mourn his passing, but celebrate the indelible mark he left on all of us. Love you, Pop. You'll be missed, but never forgotten.
Hello, I didn't write anything because I wasn't going to talk, but my daughter keeps looking at me. Liz and John, I met them so long ago now. I went home with my husband at the time, well, my boyfriend at the time, Dan, and met them, and they've just invited me into their family. Got to know everyone, just never felt like a stranger around them. Pop was always so cheeky and funny, and he'd be like, "If only I was younger, Di." He was a funny man. Another time he said to me, "Oh, you know, she's got that thing you've got, Di. What is it? Bipolar." I was like, "Pop." I said, "I don't have bipolar, I'm just sick of your boy's shit." He just laughed. But Pop turned up at every time that you needed him. You know, Dan had a really bad accident and Pop was there. The night Levi died, he drove down and he was there for Dan. And, you know, that was the heart of that man. He just loved and loved and loved, and nobody could ever fill that spot. So rest in peace, Pop. We love you so much.
Just got another tribute here I've been asked to share. Oops. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here today to celebrate the life of my Pop. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dylan and I am proud to be Pop's grandson. My Pop was many things: a provider, a teacher, a protector, and my world. He had a way of making people feel welcome, whether it was through his laughter, his advice, telling you his stories, or just sitting quietly beside you. I have lots of memories with Poppy and I will cherish them forever, but I would like to share these couple. Me, Brian, Poppy was sitting on the couch watching movies like he loved to do. When a girl pops up, he turns and says, "She's a good girl, isn't she?" And we all just start laughing, or watching you muck around with my kids, or every time you would tell me, "Leave my granddaughter-in-law alone. She just needs a Poppy hug," and you would tell me I was an asshole. But all those memories, like playing pool or chess with you, just going for a drive, even was the best. That reminds me of who you were, Poppy, full of love, great sense of humour, and loved everyone. Pop taught me that no matter if they are blood or not, they are still family. And his famous words were, "Life's good, Dylan." These lessons aren't just words he spoke, but the way he lived every single day. And those lessons are what I will tell my kids every day. Though we're grieving today, I take comfort in knowing his love and influence will never leave us. Every time we go past the pub or watch a movie or go somewhere we have been, I'll think of him. Pop, I've been sitting in front of your house waiting for you to turn your bedroom light on, but it's not coming on, Poppy. I love you. Thank you for everything, for your love, your sacrifices, and your example. We will miss you deeply, but we will honour you by living the values you instilled in us. Rest easy now, Poppy. Me, Brian, the kids are going to miss you so much, and we love you so much, Poppy. As we take a moment now to reflect, we invite you to join us in a special tribute, a collection of memories captured in photographs. These images tell the story of a life filled with love, laughter, and unforgettable moments. Through each frame, we remember the joy Pop brought into our lives, the bonds we shared, and the legacy that lives on in all of us. Please take this time to reflect, remember, and celebrate the beautiful life he lived.
Tell me, what does it look like in heaven? Is it peaceful? Is it free like they say? Does the sun shine bright forever? Have your fears and your pain gone away? 'Cause here on earth it feels like everything good is missing since you left. I can hear the words you speak when the west wind whispers. I can hear your voice ring clear in the evergreens. Am I who you thought I'd be? Am I what you pictured? Did you have me standing here in your wildest dreams? Oh, just like a memory, you never left me. You just left too soon. I'll save you a seat next to me. You're always at the table. Hope you're proud of what you see. Watching with the angels. You're written in my soul. It's your blood that I bleed. Wherever you are, wherever I'll be, I'll save you a seat. So I still get shivers, running like a family car down a Podetti. Did you find Mom up there? Tell me, are you with her? I wonder if the ones who go miss the ones who stay. Oh, just like a memory. Just left too soon. I'll save you a seat next to me. You're always at the table. Hope you're proud of what you see. Watching with the angels. You're written in my soul. It's your blood that I bleed. Wherever you are, wherever I'll be, I'll save you a seat. Keep your room like nothing's changed. Try to love, but it's not the same. Not damn near broke, but I'm your name. You had to go, you couldn't stay. So I'll save you a seat next to me. You're always at the table. Hope you're proud of what you see. Watching with the angels.
Hey, true blue, don't say you've gone. Say you've knocked off for a smoker, and you'll be back later on. Hey, true blue. Hey, true blue. Give it to me straight, face to face. Are you really disappearing? Just another dying race. Hey, true blue. True blue, is it me and you? Is it Mom and Dad? Is it a cockatoo? Is it standing by your mate when he's in a fight? Or just Vegemite? True blue, I'm asking you. Hey, true blue, can you bear the load? Will you tie it up with wire just to keep the show on the road? Hey, true blue. Hey, true blue, now be fair dinkum. Is your heart still there? If they sell us out like sponge cake, do you really care? Hey, true blue. True blue. Is it me and you? Is it mom and dad? Is it a cockatoo? Is it standing by your mate when she's in a fight? Or just fed your mind? True blue, I'm asking you. True blue. Is it me and you? Is it mom and dad? Is it a cockatoo? Is it standing by your mate when he's in a fight? Or just fed your mind? True blue.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. Why'd you have to leave so soon, yeah? Why'd you have to go? Why'd you have to leave me when I needed you the most? 'Cause I don't really know how to tell you without feeling much worse. I know you're in a better place, but it's always gonna hurt. Carry on, give me all the strength I need to carry on. It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. How do I breathe without you? I'm feeling so cold. I'll be waiting right here for you till the day you're home. Carry on, give me all the strength I need to carry on. So let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. I used to meet you down on Woods Creek Road. You did your hair up like you were famous, even though it's only church where we were going. Now, Sunday mornings I just sleep in. It's like I buried my faith with you. I'm screaming at the God I don't know if I believe in, 'cause I don't know what else I can do. I'm still holding on to everything that's dead and gone. I don't wanna say goodbye, 'cause this one means forever.
Big puppy.
Now you're
That's me. Cover, blue table.
I'll take a meringue. You put water in it and you put a smelling stuff in it and it makes...
Oh, yeah. I've got you a nicer shirt to wear. You know, for pool or something. Yeah, because I got one good one. Yeah, I thought I'd get you a nicer shirt to wear. Now I've got three good ones. I'll throw all the others there. Oh, bloody hell, what the hell is it? Right. Oh, you take a picture of the picture.
And a big thank you to Kiralee, Caitlin and Maria for putting everything together for today. As you see here on the coffin, the family have placed their handprints on Pop's coffin. Each print is more than just a mark. It is a piece of their hearts pressed into his journey, so he carries them with him wherever he goes. They are reminders of the love that surrounded him in life and the love that continues to surround him now. Pop was the very definition of kindness. He was caring, selfless, and loving in every way a man could be. His life was not measured in possessions, but in the countless moments he gave to others. A helping hand, a gentle word, a steady presence. He lived for his family, and through his family, his light will go on shining. We find peace in knowing that Pop is now reunited with his beloved Lizzie. Theirs was a bond that nothing could break, not even time apart. Today we picture them together again, hand in hand, hearts at rest, smiling down on the family they built with so much love. Though we will miss his laughter, his guidance and his warmth, we take strength from the example he set. His love is imprinted on each of you, just as your hands are imprinted on his coffin. We send him forward with gratitude, with pride, and with all our love. And so we say, rest peacefully, Pop. You've done your work, you've given your love, and now it is time to be with Lizzie once more. We will carry you in our hearts, always. Pop's final resting place is in the Maryborough Garden of Rest Cemetery, and we are going to proceed over there for a short committal service. On conclusion of the service, you are warmly invited to join the family in light refreshments and a further sharing of memories on the veranda here just outside the chapel, and after that to Murphy's, then to the Granville. Those who do not wish to attend the cemetery, please feel free to remain here until the family return. As our service in the chapel draws to a close, I ask you to take a moment and think what Pop meant to each of you as I conclude with this poem titled The Final Game. Life's a table, green and wide, where every soul must take their side. The balls are scattered, some roll true, each shot a choice, each turn brand new. With steady hand and careful aim, we play our part in this grand game. Sometimes we miss, sometimes we score, but always strive to play once more. Now your cue rests, the chalk set down, no more breaks, no final round. Yet somewhere past this earthly hall, you've lined the shot and sunk them all. So rest, dear Pop, your match is done, the table cleared, the game well won. We'll hold you close, remember too, the joy of every shot with you. We conclude our part of the service here in the chapel, and I now invite the pallbearers to come forward and to lead us out.
I wish that heaven had visiting hours, so I could just show up and bring the news that she's getting older. And I wish that you met her, the things that you learned from me, I got them all from you. Can I just stay a while and we'll put all the world to rights? The little ones will grow and I'll still drink your favorite wine. And soon they're going to close, but I'll see you another day. So much has changed since you've been away. I wish that heaven had visiting hours, so I could just swing by and ask your advice. What would you do in my situation? I haven't a clue how I'd even raise them. What would you do? 'Cause you always do what's right. And we just talk a while until my worries disappear. I'll tell you that I'm scared of turning out a failure. You'd say, remember that the answer's in the love that we create. So much has changed since you've been visiting hours, and I would ask them if I could take you home. But I know what they'd say, that it's for the best. So I will live life the way you taught me and make it on my own. I will close the door, but I will open up my heart. Everyone I love will know exactly who you are. 'Cause this is not goodbye, it is just till we meet again. So much has changed since you've been away.
Oh, I think so, yeah. I'll just make sure that